released on the 18th of August, a small update for CSGO added a second Gamma case. Continuing from the June 15th update, the Gamma 2 case adds 17 new skins. Unlike Gamma 1, no new knives were added within the game. This update also continued the Counter-Strike team's fascination with replacing the sounds for weapons. However, it seems that unlike some of the changes in the past, all of the new sounds from this specific update are generally accepted by the community. Sounds for the Glock, P2000, USPS, and Deagle all have been updated, giving them a more realistic feel. One of the complaints popping up about this specific update is regarding Valve's frequent use of some few artists for gun skins. This issue is not only seen in Counter-Strike though. Dota 2 and especially Team Fortress 2 have a small pool of creators Valve usually picks from. This was all brought up on a CSGO Reddit post, and in response, 3 workshop-accepted artists responded, stating that Valve usually picks from a trusted group due to the possibility of copyright and stolen artwork with unknown artists. While this does seem like a valid concern, if Valve was so worried about this, more screening could be done before accepting new artists into the game. Every Valve Workshop game has this problem, and I have met many budding creators who have made excellent content that will probably never see the game, due to Valve's either fear or laziness. It definitely is a problem they should work on to make the Workshop a better place. Unfortunately, at least according to some, the focus of the Counter-Strike team seems to be on other matters, as on August 17th, the CS team announced in an email that a coach's role in future Valve-sponsored professional Counter-Strike tournaments would be very limited. Quote, during a match, the coach may only communicate with the players during warm-up, halftime, or during one of the 4 30-second timeouts that the coach or players can call. Like most drastic rule changes, the community was overwhelmingly negative on the idea, some thinking it would reduce the enjoyability for spectators and definitely hurt certain coach-centric teams. Many thought this showed a misguided placement of focus, as the entire player base seems to want changes to hit reg or the prevalence of workshop botting. But instead, Valve seems to be, at least according to a Reddit post, quote, ruining people's careers. Very soon after this announcement, Valve gave their official statement, claiming that, quote, we intend the majors and minors to be events that can be won by any team of 5 players that demonstrate excellence in the skills of Counter-Strike, and this adjustment is intended to ensure that this remains true. Valve views the coach in this current position as a 6th player and intends on making sure 5v5 professional matches are completely run by only 5 players total. Whether or not this change actually improves the viewability and quality of the majors and minors has yet to be seen, but ESL has decided to enforce these new regulations. So ESL 1 New York will be our first taste into what Valve thinks is an issue that will greatly improve matches. How certain teams adjust has yet to be seen, however, the next ESL will at least be interesting. A Valve regulation from a month ago has seemed to pan out well though, as back on July 20th, Valve issued a cease and desist to a group of Counter-Strike Global Offensive gambling sites, including CSGO Lounge, the popular trading and competitive betting site. Well, they stopped taking in items to be used for betting, completely ending the betting features of the site, and as time goes on, more and more of these skin betting and gambling sites seem to drop. At the same time, more smaller ones seem to appear. Seeing CSGO Lounge be taken down is a big step in the right direction, as it is a huge website. However, the future will hold if we actually get rid of all the gambling sites. A few other smaller bits of news include that a user on Reddit by the name of Valve Ryan has been posting somewhat frequently on Counter-Strike Reddit posts about getting CSGO'd. Getting CSGO'd, by the way, mostly means that players are getting killed by enemies that seem to have been shot in a way that would have normally killed, but didn't due to a variety of possible problems. Ryan, a supposed fairly new Valve employee, has seemed to take an interest in the community's feedback. However, he isn't above getting salty with some users. Most of the responses thus far are possible explanations for the CSGO'd events. Now, hopefully Ryan will continue to appear on the subreddits and keep a dialogue with the community. However, Ryan is apparently new to the Counter-Strike Global Offensive team, and we sometimes see new Valve employees taking to the internets for a small period of time only to completely disappear for a very long time. Remember McJohn from last year? I understand Ryan's want to defend and explain the possible problems the community has with the game, as this person works for the company that develops it, so there definitely is a personal connection. However, CSGO is far from a perfect game. I mean, only a few days ago, specifically on the 24th, NRG player Fugly tweeted that the team had found a bug to jump kill anyone 100% of the time with any weapon. Mid-air. Now, only a couple hours ago before filming this episode, he did tweet that Valve emailed him back about the jumping accuracy bug, and it hopefully will be fixed in a future update. So, expect a future update soon. But this isn't the only problem with Counter-Strike as we currently see it. Team Fortress 2 is a game that definitely does not get as much attention as CS and Dota 2. However, Dota 2, without a doubt, gets the most attention. And right now, we know for a fact the new Journeys update is going to completely add a ton of new content, and we do know that we are very close to whatever the new Pyro update will be in Team Fortress 2. But at the current time, we know nothing about whatever will be the next Counter-Strike Global Offensive update. It definitely will involve some kind of operation, and it's been, I think, a little while since Wildfire has ended. Hopefully, we will not have the same gigantic wait before the update that came before Wildfire. However, we can't put it past Valve. I mean, we were promised the TF2 comic to come quicker, but it's been longer. So hopefully we don't end up waiting half a year for the next operation, because I really miss being able to try out whatever the community has to offer in regards to maps for CSGO. But maybe Valve is waiting to be able to fix all of these workshop botting things that are going on right now, because it's almost impossible to find real, quality defuse and hostage maps on the workshop. Like, at all. But yeah, that was everything that really happened that I thought was of interest over the last couple of days regarding Counter-Strike Global Offensive. This is my first real shot at really talking about Counter-Strike Global Offensive as much as I possibly can, and if I got anything wrong, I'm sorry. I have been spending a lot of my time really getting into this game, almost to the point where when I booted up Team Fortress 2, I got bored and then started playing Counter-Strike, so I don't know. Thank you very much for everybody that's watching. I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios.